Hello, you hardcores out there. How you doing? It's Russ here from Porky's Corner, the biggest gob in sport. I say the things on here that nobody dare say. That's about that. I've just changed my top. I've changed the old Welcome Estates top for this one here. My little lad always says, Dad, I want you to wear that New York baseball top. So I thought I'd stick this on for you, little Reggie. I miss you, and I'll see you next week when I've had my car service down here. Pop, pop, bang! Uh, Liam, social media. What do you think to it as regards boxing? What do you think to it, really? Do you think it's affected the sport or what?
I think it's a good thing and a bad thing. It has affected the sport negatively, but also we can keep up to date a lot easier, can't we? We're not having to wait for magazines and news bulletins and papers. Everything's there within a click.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, Dennis used to have people posting up posters and stuff like that, for shows and that. Now he just go on Twitter and put a tweet out. It's like a PR statement, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel sorry for the people before Twitter and all that kind of stuff, who really, really had to sell themselves, didn't they? Sell
Yeah,
their soul to earn some money.
yeah, and what we've got now, we've got a manipulation. You've got people like Eddie Hills, the 7-0 Iceman from Billericay. Five by way of course, but no fucking footage. Uh, we've got Eddie there comping anybody he can who's got a big social media following. Gordon Ramsay, we've got a ringside ticket for you. All that Towie cast, all the lot of them, West Ham footballers, you name it, they're all there. But to get them tickets, they've got to brass themselves off on social media and do Eddie's job for him. So technically, he was quite smart, wasn't he? Right. Well, I think
Yeah,
in the end, Bricktop caught on, didn't he? But he caught on a decade too late, didn't he?
yeah. It don't matter. He's reversed the roles now, hasn't
Yeah, I mean, I remember Dennis wanting to do something like that, and Gemma Collins wanted a limousine from up to a show at Sheffield from Essex, and she wanted 8 VIPs and an hotel and all this. I went, Gemma Collins. I says, get her on telly. I'm sure that's that fat bitch. She went, hello, I'm Gemma Collins. I'm always on a diet. Who wants to see that? But these people at the time, that Towie cast, if you added them all up with all their accounts, you had something like 48, 49 million followers.
he? Yeah,
About 16, 17 actors had 48, 49 million followers on all their accounts. So Eddie were very smart, wasn't he, really? They did his job for him. You see where I'm coming
yeah.
from? They're all at all matchroom shows for years. And like you don't see so much of them now. It's all petered out, and half of them have been found out, haven't they? But it is what it is, but I think social media has affected boxing. But I look at companies like IFL at the beginning, when they were at the beginning, they did a lot for boxing. Coogan, you've got to tip your hat to them people. They've done a lot for boxing. And I think that some of these other YouTubers that are getting access now, they're not putting any respect on Coogan, in my opinion. Come on then, you, because you keep coming around here. Come get in here. Cat shit all over. That's why I've had to get Smedley to come down here and tile this because shit all over. Whatever happened to cat shitting in a litter tray?
I don't know. I've never known a cat not shitting in a litter tray.
This one here done. It's 19 years. Go on then. Garage. So yeah, you think social media's been good or bad, or do you think it's a bit of both?
Bit of both. Bit of both, I think.
Okay. Okay. What do you think to YouTubers who do YouTube channels then, Liam? What do you think? Think
Uh,
it's cutthroat?
yeah. I know exactly what you're getting at, but yeah, it's a lot of backstabbing,
Well, that's how I look at it.
a lot of emails getting sent.
You've got to be loyal if you want to get on in this game. You've got to be loyal, and you've got to have eyes in the back of your head because people come with smiles and they come as your friends. But it is,
Yeah,
isn't it? So, are you looking forward to coming to my barbecue?
I can't wait. Well, I were looking forward to it. Now I'm bothered if cat shit's on my burger.
Oh, can't shit on you. I'll put it in that little plastic cage thing.
Oh, yeah.
There'll be a few coming. There's a lot who'll come on channel. Terry,
Yeah, it'd be good.
some lads are coming. There'll be a few people we might recognise. Yeah.
Not Gemma Collins, is it?
Pardon?
You haven't invited Gemma Collins, have you? We don't left.
No, no, not about Gemma Collins. There'll be a few. There'll be a few people here from snooker world, boxing world, greyhound racing. It'll be a good do. There might be a few people from where I'm from. You'll hear them where I'm from because they'll talk like, "All right, gadget, all right, lad." But Chris Smedley will be here. He'll be
All right, yeah.
star attraction, Chris Smedley.
Yeah, it'd be good, won't it? Be a good night.
It'll be a good night. I've just had some floodlights fitted, for a night.
Yeah.
I know them around that big canopy thing. So we'll have a good night, kid. I'm a bit of a grill man. But okay. Matchroom's new logo. Have you seen all the talk on social media about it?
Yeah, I can't understand why it's got so much traction. It's just two squiggles and a B in it.
Yeah.
It looks rubbish. I prefer the old one.
I thought it was pony myself.
Yeah.
Pony. But
They'll have paid hundreds of thousands for that as well, you know.
Well, that's what they do, don't they? That's what they do. It's listen, you know what? Tech guys, right? Let me tell you something about tech guys. 99% of them are shithouses. Absolute shithouses. Look at Gary from Welcome Estates. He gives somebody nearly 60 grand. For what?
Right.
For what? And then
Yeah.
I went out to Al Gopher twice. I did him a proper documentary with a proper tech guy and put it all together. And it was fantastic what I did. I don't know if you've ever seen that documentary. I've done a couple like that. It's fantastic what I did. And my bill was nowhere near that. Nowhere near that because people take the piss.
Yeah.
People take the piss. These tech guys think because they've been to university. Do you know what I mean? There's times where I've been sat in Kevin's office and I felt like strangling Cameron. I felt, I'm going to strangle you. I'm going to rip your throat out. Because they're just plucking numbers from the skies. You know what they remind me of? Lawyers, accountants, and fucking vets.
Yeah.
You know, lawyers, accountants, and vets. You know, if this 16th century, I'd be running around like Braveheart with axes and all sorts of weapons. I would. I'd be running around terrorizing these people because lawyers, accountants, and vets are the bane of my existence and sometimes make me terrible. But
especially at vet. Well, me and my dad just had a dealing with vets.
Not that pet vet at Dalton, is it?
Yeah, there's one there. Yeah, pets for vets. Yeah, no vets for pets.
Shit houses, mate, absolute shit houses. You know what they said to me? Yeah, your poodle, pedigree poodle's got an ear infection. I went, all right, claim that insurance. Because you've only had a 2 week, 12 days, it don't kick in for 2 weeks. I thought, so I said, all right then. What do I owe you? She goes, about 700 odd quid. I said, what, for an ear infection operation? I said, what about all them creams and bits of shit you give us, fluid bottles, all that? I spent over 150 quid with you. Oh, well, no, you can't get that back. So I went, okay, so you've done nearly £1,000 in. And it was still ill, dog. Do you know what it were? A yeast infection. You know what I had to do? I had to go through to my pals at Hull. And he gave me this really expensive shampoo that was 33 to 1, the strength of normal shampoo. Still got it. It's up north at my ex's. I shaved both my dogs because the other dog got infected, but that dog got infected at first poodle. I shaved them both bald down to bone, and I put this stuff on them. And he gave me some stuff to inject into them, and I had to put them in quarantine for 2 weeks, and basically bottle feed them for 2 weeks. And I managed to get them through it. They couldn't even sort out it were a yeast infection. It was like marzipan, coming off them.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought, you know what? So when I went in there, they were going to pump law on me. I went berserk and says, you see all you people here sat here with your dogs, muppets. You keep coming here. What they do, they prey on you, don't they? They prey on you. So what's the point in paying 15 quid each a dog on that insurance thing through Liverpool Victoria? What's the point in having that? What's the point in having pet insurance? You might as well stick it in bank every month and save it. I've never claimed once for my rocket. You know, he's 10 year. It was 10 in April. Never claimed once. And other ones, I think she's free this month. I've never claimed once for Rocky. So I says, you know what? I'm just going to cancel the lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, I did. That's what I did. So, but don't get pet insurance, all you people out there.
They've got you, haven't they? You're gonna, what I'm like with my animals, and my dog. I said earlier, if she needed a 10 grand, 15 grand operation, I'd find money. I'd do it. And the vets know that if you love your animals, you're going to pay it, aren't you?
Wouldn't you for your pets, wouldn't you? I would.
Yeah, I would definitely. I wouldn't even bat an eyelid at it either, as long as she come out all right.
Okay. Right, getting back to boxing now, we've spoke a bit about pet insurance and they're all robbers. Solicitors are robbers. Trust me, I know about that. And accountants are shithouses. Usyk Dubois 2, who have you got?
At the minute, I'm 60-40 Usyk.
64, you should be 90-10 Usyk.
I know it should be, but
How many rounds did John Coffey win against him in first fight? How many? How many rounds would you say he won? None.
one,
You
one or none. Yeah.
What, the round where he whacked him in bollocks?
Yeah, the thing that's doing it for me is that Usyk's had two good fights, good hard fights.
Now, Liam, we're going for a side revolution, aren't we?
How many read it last half an hour?
Three.
Yeah, I think.
It's a pair in orange and a Copperberg.
Oh, I'd be in A&E, mate.
You'd be weird.
I'd be in A&E. Having my stomach pumped after three of them.
Maybe you're the green man, aren't you?
No wrong with that.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I've got Usyk anyway.
I think Usyk is. I think he's getting a little bit older. Them two Fury fights will have took a lot of miles. So I'd probably put a lot of miles on clock. And Dubois seems to be growing in confidence. So yeah, can't write him off. Can't write a big puncher off, I don't think.
Okay. Who have you got? Dylan White, the can man. Anybody who wants it can get it as long as they're over 70 with COVID. Dylan White, the can man, he's got 2 feet like an elephant. He's got a left hook that's dangerous against Moses Aitoma. And it's on pay-per-view on DAZN. Oh my God, a 12-0 guy. 12-0, best win Marius back against Dylan White. Only belt he's got to his name is a British title, a vacant one against a 20-stone fat man in Ian Lewinson. And they are fighting on pay-per-view. Dear God, help me to help you. Can you help me out on this one? Because I'm fucking stuck.
That'll change. There's no way that's going to be pay-per-view. They'll change that before when they realise how many people are buying it, which will be none, because everyone will stream it because no one's going to pay for that. They'll change that, I'm sure. But White gets knocked out anyway. It's only going to be a 3 or 4 round fight maximum.
3 or 4 rounds, if that. You know what I mean? He's going to fold like a deck chair. Look, Atomer will cut him down like cheddar cheese, won't he?
Yeah, White can't hit. I know he's a big puncher, but he can't hit unless he stood still. And Atomer's not going to stand still.
Listen, White can only hit if it's Derek Chisora. Derek, don't even get me started on Derek. Where's Derek going anyway now? They're trying to get a fight going with Big Baby Miller, isn't he? What's all that about? Big dossers.
But they think it sells. That's what I don't understand. They think them fights sell. But they might do to general public, but for proper boxing fans, nobody wants to see that, do they?
Shithouses, a lot of them. On to better things. Anthony Yard is fighting Benavides, and I've been told on the grapevine he's getting paid very, very well. That's a good fight, that, isn't it?
It's a good fight, but it needs to be paid well.
Done it, but he's out in his depth again. He's either fighting bin men or roadman killers. What is it with this guy? Who's advising this guy? Lion bars in the camp.
Yeah. Well, I know. But when he loses this fight, and it's a when, not if, when he loses this fight, he'll be done. And he'll be ashamed because he's a good kid, he's a good boxer, I quite like him.
Oh,
but Yeah, I like Yard. Yeah,
He's got a good
yeah,
attitude.
but he's
He comes across as a very nice kid, doesn't he?
yeah, but whoever's managed him and advised him has done a terrible, terrible job.
Well, it's him, innit? Tunde Ajayi, a pun.
Yeah,
You know what he is, him? Tunde, do you know what you are? A ponce. You're a ponce in boxing. You ponce off fighters. You talk a good game. Dream it, believe it, become it. You sound like Big Malk, another ponce who's on
well, the best
benefit.
mates, aren't they? Them two.
Malk, come and wash my cars on drive. There's three here, Malk. Come and give him a wish. You big dosser. Jesus. Fucking Big Malk.
Yeah, I really like Yard. He's going to get beat though, isn't he?
You know why they call him Big Malk? Do you know?
Because of them big bins.
Because he's got big bins, but it's that one reason really at the beginning. Because his ideas
Yeah,
are big. Because his ideas are big. Big Malk. Fucking what? There's a rumour doing the rounds that Mark Tibbs and Elmer Fudd are not going to be working together. It's not confirmed, but that's the rumour. There's no big ups from Elmer or his dad with big tits, big Chinese food munching. Chinese, Japanese, Cantonese, Wobblinese, pie and peas. Don't forget the liquor. There's a rumour going around that they're part of company, but they could be having the Rhino trilogy and he might have a new trainer. Do you believe that rumour to be true or is it knackers?
I think it's probably true. I think it's probably true. There's got to be someone to blame for his knockout loss, so that'll be Tibbs, won't it?
Why Tibbs has said, don't take that fight, you need three more fights. You're too raw. But they obviously took it because the father and Eddie, whoever made the decision, they took the fight, didn't they?
Yeah, but if he loses again, which he will do if he rematches Dave Allen, that's him done.
Yeah, but they're saying that where they're going to get paid.
Well, to me, if you want to build a career in boxing, Dave Allen knows this all too well. He's choosing money over victory. It only ends one way, doesn't it?
Listen, the White Rhino's shadowboxing in his back garden with a big old belly on him, like looks like Billy Bunter, and he's still beat him with big belly. And I hope the Rhino absolutely poleaxes him and runs him out of sport. Because all I hear from him in every interview, he's like a cyborg, isn't he? Like a robot. Oh, yes, I spot Dillian White. He's my friend. Oh, Fraser White, not Fraser, Fraser Clark. Oh, he's a lovely person. We went out for lunch together. He's a pal of mine as well. Tyson Fury, I love him. Everybody's his fucking pal. Why don't you just say, yes, pardon? But if we fight in ring, it's business. I don't want to hear all that. He's my friend. He's my friend. It's a load of shit. You know what I mean?
I do, yeah, I do.
You know what I mean? He's chatting knackers for the sake of it. Which brings me to knackers chatters. Samuel Jones. Sam, you're annoying me. You're unbearable now. Catrill's had a win. Put a glass eye to sleep in. Did you watch that?
Yeah. Terrible, terrible fight.
Turkey put a tweet out, didn't it, that said, this isn't Tom and Jerry, it's Jerry chasing Jerry. Did you see it?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It's nearly as bad as why the media are not asking Tyson Fury. Tyson, why are you not mentioning that you're a mental health ambassador no more now that you've got millions in bank? Because he were all, I'm a mental health ambassador, wasn't he, when he came back 7 years ago?
Yeah. Well, do you know what I've noticed? Do you know what? Going off topic slightly, yeah. I've just noticed it, and I don't know why I've never picked up on it before. A lot of these boxers that are preaching Bible, they have it on back of the shorts and that, Bible verses and stuff like that.
No fucking time for them. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, but they have OnlyFans on the shorts as well. Surely you can't do both.
Listen, mate. So we know Clinton Woods. Let me tell you something. Clinton Woods. There were no British Commonwealth. There were area British. There were no English belt in them days. You went area British, Commonwealth European, and he were WBC #1 waiting for Roy Jones. And he used to do his runs in the morning, Clinton. He's from Westfield Estate, don't you, in Sheffield. In Ardor Estate, right? He's still got his mates from that estate, Clinton Woods. You know that?
Yeah,
Spent a lot of time with him. He'll always be my heart. He's fantastic. He's the same person he is now. Then he's from same. How can I explain it? Clinton Woods as area British, Commonwealth, European, WBC title, and he's still the same person. But you know all these other people, they all think they're something, don't they? They
yeah,
all, you know when they get to that world level, and he's still the same person knocking about with the same people. It's crazy, isn't it?
yeah. He's a proper bloke. That's why he's a man's man, isn't he?
The man's
A
man, isn't
Sheffielder.
it? Don't get that now, do we?
Oh no, not in this day and age. They only have to have 3 or 4 fights, and they're rolling around in sponsored
Well,
merch.
that's what we're coming. That's where I lost my train of thought there. Sponsorship. Clinton was still getting up in the morning, doing his runs, and then going and plastering all day. And then he'd come home
Yeah,
from work, gobble his tea down, and then go do a strength and conditioning session or a sparring session, right? And then go home and get his head down and then repeat. And that were it. He
yeah,
was banging Dennis's door down for sponsorship. I remember being in that office. Buzzer got come up and said, "What do you want?" Oh, I want some sponsorship. I'm not going to say who this is. We want sponsorship for my lad. And I'd be like, well, Dennis is not here. Well, I'll get him on the phone. I said, well, I don't know what countries he's in because, he's a tax exile, isn't he, Dennis? He could be in Cayman Islands or Jersey, basically more or less in Jersey. But if not, he'd have to be in like one of these selected countries, for tax reasons. And you
yeah,
can never pin him down. So I said, well, and I'd be thinking, all right, so I pass message on, I'm like middleman, am I? Oh, Dennis, so and so's been in. They want some sponsorship. And Dennis said, you what? He's fucking 2-0. A 2-0. He's had two
yeah,
fights, two wins, and they've got the father in wanting sponsorship. What is all that about? Look at Clinton's career. Clinton never got his first sponsor until he were area, British, Commonwealth, European, and then WBC #1, chasing a fight with Roy Jones, who were like the Mayweather of the day. Have you seen that fight when he fought him in Oregon?
yeah. I've seen it. Yeah,
Yeah, right. And the Clinton will tell you, I was at my depth. He felt like he was surrounded, but he got stuck in. And Dennis had to throw a towel, and Clinton didn't want to quit. And
no,
Clinton's brother Todd were like, "What you throw towel in for, Dennis? Our Clinton's rock hard and hard man." Well, Dennis saved him for another day, and sponsorship after two fights, and too many of them now are like that. I remember being in there, and that. Do you remember him, David Howe, who Dave Allen fought twice?
yeah, I do. Yeah,
He pulled up outside. I thought, "Who's this here?" He's about 6'8", isn't he?
yeah. He's massive. Yeah,
They're golden, and they had all these matching like night tracksuits on. David Howe with all these sponsors on, the next big thing, and all this. In this like people carrier, Make Vito, brand new, with driver and everything, and all these like strength and condition, nutrition guy, and all this. And he come in, and I was like, look at entourage here. You're only fighting a journeyman. What's going on here? And you are a journeyman.
yeah,
Well, you get all these hangers on, don't you? And I'm thinking, wow. And then they had it with this bin man. Do you remember him, Perry Howe?
yeah. Are they related then? Were they brothers or something?
No relation. He bowled in.
No relation.
Perry Howe bowled in. And Dennis is like, oh, don't be causing any trouble here. I was like, Perry Howe? I said, he's a fucking bin man, isn't he? Dennis goes, no, he were in army. He used to drive wagons in Remy. He drives a bin wagon. Yeah, he's like a bin man, but he don't empty bins. I go, this is a fucking bin man then, Dennis. You've got a bin man from White Collar. Come here, I'm going to get him an IBO. Dennis managed to get him some sort of belt, IBO Continental, whatever. So I had to sit in there, and I'm like, it was garbage. And I'm not going to say who, right, because the kid's actually all right, but he did loads of tickets. And you've got other trainers in Sheffield, and like Dennis is garbage, Dennis is like, he's popping shows up, he does 400 tickets. And I had to like, and I'm not, there were other trainers from other areas, not in Sheffield, I'm not going to say who. They were like, oh God, Perry Howe. So anyway, end out. I didn't fall out with him, even though I've got a big mouth. I said, here, listen, on here. I said, here, listen. If you win an area belt, I'll jump in River Don. I'll jump in River Don if you win an area belt. And he was like, yeah, no problem. Well, he hasn't won an area belt, so you need to jump in River Don, Perry. You welcher. And I would jump in River Don. I've done dives off Harbour and Newquay. So what's diving in River Don? I'll just go find a nice spot in River Don where it's a bit clear, latter, in Swinton or something.
Yeah. So you don't want to come it down this end, down Tinsley.
It's garbage. And they were in that Maggie Mays in Sheffield one night. And they were all having the photos took with him with this belt that Dennis had bought him, this vacant Continental load of crap. So I don't know if it was WBF or some pony belt. And this bird were running around like an headless chicken. Tits out here, trout pal. Oh, I love your photo took with a world champion boxer. And these people buy into shit. You see where I'm coming from? They're not Porky.
I do, yeah. I'm just on his record now, Perry.
Well, what it an IBO or WBU or something or Continental load of crap?
Well, he hasn't won a fight since 2022. 1 minute. What fight? What? 1 sec. Let's do.
Yeah.
No, he's never won one. He's never won a belt, I don't think.
Well, I haven't tweeted a bit. Curry. Right. Curry. Yeah, go on. Yeah, he won a belt though, didn't he?
I'm just looking now that he done. The last person who beat was Eric Nazarian.
The belt. He was bouncing around Sheffield with a belt.
All right. There's nothing on BoxRec saying that he won a belt.
They might not even BoxRec, man. It might just be some of the Dennis give him, but he didn't pay. If you don't pay sanctioning fee, he don't go on BoxRec.
No, might be from Timu.
Might be what? It might be a Dennis belt. Yeah, I'll tell you. Have a look. He was a load of pony. He were having his picture took in Maggie Mays. Oh, 5 wins, 20 losses. Oh, you're gonna have to go wait. Oh my God, he's lost his last 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Oh man, he's lost about 18 on trot.
Yeah.
Hey? Wait, I'll tell you what belt it was. Hang on a minute. I'm sure it was IBO Continental. It was Continental IBO, mate. I swear to God. No.
Yeah, I can't find it.
Oh, Dennis didn't pay fee. Dennis, you didn't pay fee for it. Hey, you didn't pay Ed Levine's sanctioning fee, Dennis. You absolute fraud. Poor Perry, he's got a belt. He's got a belt at home now. He's running around making like he's a champion. Oh my God, he's got. How many reds is there? How many red? He's lost like about 18 on trot, mate. Oh my God, he's lost 8. 1, 2, 3. He's lost 18 fights on the trot. Poor Perry. Oh my God, poor Perry. I feel sorry for him. Perry, you're not an IBO Continental Cruiserweight champion. Dennis didn't pay fee. Isn't that awful, that, eh? He's come out of the army after serving his country. He's got at least Ross the Boss got a Commonwealth, didn't he?
I know.
Remember Ross the Boss?
Yeah, you know what? First time I ever met Ross, I was boxing amateur, and I think he just turned pro, and we all got in the ring and had to have photos took with him.
Do you want me to do a Ross the Boss impression?
Go on then.
Right, this is a good impression. Hang on a minute. This is Ross the Boss. Hey up, Dennis. Hey up, Porky Ross. Hey up, Michelle. How are you doing? All right, Ross. How are you? He's still with Nicola. No, she left me for a rasta. Ross, if you've got a problem with that, come see me. You little dosser.
Did, did he open his own gym, Ross? I think he's got his own gym, hasn't he?
On Jim, man.
In Darnell.
He takes people on pads in somebody else. He's a little dosser, man. Dennis's little mascot, wasn't he? He was.
I don't really know. To be fair, I don't really know him. I just remember him
He
turning
used,
pro.
to get, he used to get his son. He used to get his son, right? Let me tell you a little story about Ross the Boss. I shouldn't really say this, but I'm not really bothered. Went back to Ross the Bosses, right? I had them on my shirt tails all night in this hotel, and I went back to his house, and we got out of our heads, absolutely off of our boxers. So we've got Ross has gone into the room and he's gone, oh, we've found a taxi for you, Porky. I goes, oh, why is that? This is about 4 a.m. I goes, oh, why is that? They've been on my tab all night, by the way, him and Nicola. Well, there's no gear left. So I've gone, what are you on about? No gear left. There's loads in kitchen. I put it on side in kitchen. And so Nicola's gone, you what, Ross? I'm not having that. So she's jumped up. She's gone in kitchen. She's gone, where's that gear? So she's gone, Ross has gone, no, there's no. So we've done it. We've had a right night, Porky. Taxi's here in 15 minutes. What am I at the house? I'm going, I ain't going nowhere, Ross. There's tons of gear. Then she's gone into the cupboard and found it behind Nescafe in cupboard. She's gone, it's there, Ross. He's gone, oh, I've gone, you little fucking sneak. You little sneak, Ross. I should have punched him upside down on the spot. On spot. We're about 18 stone at the time. Thought, you little rat. You little sneaky rat, Ross the Boss. You know what I mean? But I let him off, because I'm a peaceful guy, I mean. I was raging at the time, so I sat down. So I didn't budge. I left about 9 a.m. when there was a note left, mate. Mine anyway. So why would I want to feed him or give him out ever again? He always used to come up to me, used to go, have you got a Kinder Surprise for me? You know, after that, I used to go, he used to keep it in a Kinder. I used to get fucked. You know, after that, little sneak. Ross, you a little sneak. No wonder she got rid of you, you little rat. So there you go. Ross the Boss, put to the sword. There's a few more I'm put to the sword as well next few weeks.
There's plenty to choose from, isn't there, lately?
You what, mate?
So there's plenty to choose from, just lately.
Listen, mate, you know what? Boxing's full of little rats, little sneaks, little rats, little Noras. You know what I mean? They go missing when it's time to go to the bar or when it's their time to pick a tab up, mate. Trust me.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, but before we go, who is the top fighter in the world, pound for pound? Usyk, without a shadow of a doubt. 335 wins as an amateur, 15 losses, rematched 11. European World Olympic gold, WBSS gold, flattened and smashed him up Joe Joyce in final. And cruiserweight undisputed, heavyweight undisputed. What has he beat? He got 8 and 9 wins over world champions, still undefeated. And he keeps having to more. All on the B side. He's got shorter arm reach and he's giving away up to 3 and 4 stone on these men, aren't he? 2, 3, 4 stone. Yeah. He is an absolute fucking genius. And I just pray to God that they don't shaft him on cards at Wembley if he goes to points. I don't think he'll go to points. Usyk's that smart. He knows he's not going to get a decision at Wembley, is he, against John Coffey. But if John Coffey knocks him out, we know why he's knocked him out, because he eats all that cornbread.
I'm waiting for that. Be waiting all night for it.
All right, kid. I'm going to get off because she's ordered a curry. I prefer Italian, but we're having curry. And then we're going to put, what do we say? Oodlum. We're going to watch Oodlum tonight. Tim Roth and Lawrence Fishburne. All right, kid. Pop, bang. I'll get these.
Yeah, nice one, pal.
I'm not going to upload them tonight because it takes too long and I'm not tech-minded.
Yeah, all right.
Cheers, Liam. Give Dad my best.
Yeah, nice one.
Welcome
on all right, pal.
Time.
I will do. I'll tell him. I've seen him tomorrow, so I'll let him know.
All right, kid. Well, peace out.
Yeah. See you later. Bye.
Cheers. Well, that was Liam from Rotherham. Women love him. Men want to smoke weed with him. Max, give me a ring and I'll get you on Zoom. If you don't, I get your Boston Strangler on. Get you that rockabilly haircut of yours, Max, that fringe. I'm going to pluck it. Ah! Like a Buxton chicken. Go on, pop, pop, bang. Booyah!